All right, I didn't mean that to sound like the beginning of Eruption, but I'll take it. All right, hopefully you've seen the first video in this little series that describes a little guitar technique, or guitar exercise, if you will. In that first video, I describe a 2-note per string pattern using 2 strings on any fret and using any string combination and any finger combination. So if you haven't checked out that video, please do. This is the general pattern that we went over in that video. Which, as you can see, it gets quite annoying if you play it extensively. All right, so what we're going to do now is actually add a few fingers. So we're going to add more than 2 fingers. So we're going to have that's the pattern slow. It's actually kind of difficult to actually play that slowly as opposed to playing it very quickly. So it kind of flows out a little bit better when you play it a little bit faster. But all I'm doing is playing my index finger, so fret 7, 9, 10, and then repeating that on a G string. That's the first part of the pattern. The second part of the pattern is just simply a reverse of that. So 10, 9, 7, 10, 9, 7. Now, one distinction between what I'm doing now and what I did in the first video is the first video I actually repeat the 10th fret on the G string. So I repeat that note. When I play it with more than 2 fingers, I don't play that note again. I just simply go 7, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, 9, 7, 10, 9, 7. So it flows a little bit better when you do that. So that's the general pattern that we're going to do and extend to other finger combinations, if you will. So index finger, second finger, fourth finger would be the next one. So again, if you play it a little faster, it really smooths out, especially if you add a little bit of gain. I'm playing through a completely dry and clean amp right now. But if you play it with a little bit of gain, it is actually a lot of fun to do it legato. So you don't basically you just pick a few notes, maybe the first note of each finger combination, or first note on each string. That sounds better when it has some gain to it. But at any rate, once you get those 2 patterns, so we did 1, 3, and 4 for the first pattern, 1, 2, and 4 for the second pattern. We can also play the pattern using 3 fingers and run it chromatically. So in other words, a chromatic run means simply you're playing every note, every fret between 2 points. So in this case, we're just playing fingers 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you can do the same exact pattern. And then you can do the same thing with fingers 2, 3, and 4. And then you can do all fingers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of those I would do for, a minute or 2 minutes each finger combination, and then move it around the fretboard into different strings as well. And in combination with the 2-note pattern that we looked at in the first video, you have probably, 15 minutes, 20 minutes of an extreme warm-up for your hands, as well as building your technique, building your dexterity and your finger speed, also synchronizing better between your fretting hand and your picking hand. And again, you can do any of these legato. They really work well to practice that technique as well. And then one last thing I'll leave you with is take the first pattern, or you can do it with these the other patterns as well, and skip a fret. So instead of assigning a finger to a fret, now we can basically just skip a fret, right? So the original pattern was 7 and 10, so 1 and 4. So now I can do maybe 1 and 4, but instead of on the 10th fret, I'm going to the 11th or even the 12th fret. And you can skip a fret with any of your fingers. So it gives you a little bit of a stretching exercise, as well as dexterity and speed and all that kinds of good stuff. So hopefully these videos will help you, but again, I'm getting attacked by my cat again. He really does not like this technique at all. But at any rate, hopefully it'll help you to build your chops basically and become a better guitar player. So if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button please, and keep playing.